Welcome, my friends of the interwebs, and this is going to be a little different from my Mad Bad Voodoo channel. Not entirely different, but I'm probably going to put, actually, you know what, I probably will put this up on my Mad Bad Voodoo channel and my RL Hunter 1 channel. For those of you who do not know, this is a pomegranate. There is, if you ask 100 people if they've ever ate a pomegranate, probably 99 of them will say no. And I think that one of the biggest reasons that people don't eat pomegranates in the United States, obviously people do, they wouldn't sell them, but most people don't eat them, or at least most people that I know don't eat them. But the biggest reason, I think, is because people look at this and have no idea what to do with them. I know people who bought one to take it home and try it. They cut it open and they were like, what the hell? You know, they just couldn't figure out what to do with it. So I'm going to show you fairly quickly exactly how I eat a pomegranate. Now, obviously, it's like anything else in life. There are probably other ways other than mine, but this is my way. Okay, first thing I do when I get a pomegranate, okay, now when you look at them in the store, you want them red, you don't want them purplish looking, and firm, you want firm, you don't want soft. So when you get them home, you take them, you put them on your counter, and you start to kind of knead them in, and you'll hear them crunching. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's the pomegranate seeds. What you want to do is you want to break those loose, because those are what you're going to eat. As strange as it may sound, it's the seeds you want. So you're going to break those seeds loose, kind of get the juices flowing, the seeds and the juices. The pulp you don't want. The pulp will be bitter. But pomegranate is so worth, you know, there's no saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? And in the case of a pomegranate, it absolutely is. But don't forget, it's not just the juice. You want the seeds, because they are something special. Okay, now a little bit of squirt. That's by the way, that happens. It's split open. It's a fine line. What I usually do then is I cut it in half, and I do that in a bowl because of exactly that reason. You want kind of a serrated knife. I didn't get a serrated knife. Okay. Now what it looks like is that. That's what freaks people out. They see that. It's different than anything they've ever seen before, and they just don't know what to do with it. Okay. Now here's the trick. You turn this upside down over your bowl, and you can see that the juice is actually starting to fill the bowl. I take a heavy spoon. You can see the gauge on that spoon. It's a good size, or good weight spoon. And what I do then is I just start tapping the outside, and then turning the pomegranate as I do that. And I want to show you real quickly. You see those seeds are starting to fall into the bowl. And you can squeeze a little bit. You don't want to squeeze too much, because you don't want, what you don't want is the pulp. The pulp is kind of a nasty, bitter taste to it. You don't want to do that either. Okay. See, now most of the seeds are out. You can pick at it a little bit, but at some point you just got to kind of say, you know what, it's done. When you start seeing big pieces of pulp come out, you want to stop, because you don't want that pulp mixed in there. Because, like I told you, the pulp is nasty. Okay. Now I'm not gonna do the other one just because I don't want this to be a really long video. But you end up with this, and what I do is I literally take a spoon and I eat this just like this, right out of the bowl. Some people mix this with oatmeal. There's, you know, you can do whatever you want. By the way, a lot of times too, I'll pick out the little pieces of pulp that made it into the bowl. Some people will do this over a bowl of water, and the pulp floats and the seeds don't. The problem I have with that is you completely screw up the juice. Because the juice is fabulous. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. And, you know, I mix it as, by the way, I like mine cold. And sometimes I'll even take my pomegranate and I'll stick it in the freezer for about 10 or 15 minutes before I do this process, because I like it really, really cold. But then I just eat it like that. It's amazing. You know, it takes a little getting used to it first, because it's a different texture. It's almost like, they remind me of popcorn seeds, but not that hard. And there's a little crunch to them, but they're really, really good. If you're not trying a pomegranate, do yourself a favor and go out and get one. All right, I'm not going to keep on yakking. I just wanted to show you guys how to get into a pomegranate. And anyway, if you do go to the store and buy one, do me a favor, make a video of you trying it for the first time and attach it to this video. I'd love to see it. Anyway, everybody take care.